You're probably wondering why API became buzzword in the industry right now. In 2021, one of the Gartner reports says 83% of the organizations are investing in building the API ecosystem. One research report says 67% of the developer community already upskilled into API technologies. My father used to work in a television company in 1950s and 60s, and he used to explain the complex implementation inside the television box. Also he used to tell user experience is so complex. So the early form of the television implementation is so complex in nature. So they have so complex semiconductors and chips and everything is used inside this television implementation. And they have monitor here. To reduce the complexity, to improve the user experience, what they have added is they have added the switches here. You don't need to understand the complex jargon or complex implementation in order to switch on or switch off or volume up or volume down, right? So using these buttons, the user can easily operate on this complex implementation. The implementation is so complex, but that is abstracted by these buttons. This is early form of the API. This API is hiding all the complexity of the television implementation. So this experience is further improved. Now these buttons are into a different format. We call that as remote control, television remote. You have great features in the remote control, great luxury, and user having so convenience in operating the television, right? The complex implementation is same, but the user operating model is changed. One of the key difference what you can observe here is this device, this implementation is into one device. So this implementation is into different device. The user will go there and will operate, but user can sit there and can operate wherever he is from. So to improve the features further, you can add more and more complexity to the television. But if you don't bring that user experience outside that implementation to a different device, those features are not used properly. So that is the perfect implementation of the API. So this is a kind of early version of the API. This is little advanced version of the API or phase 2 APIs, maybe phase 1 APIs. To add furthermore, now this complex implementation became more complex. Now this television became smart television. Complex implementation is improved here. They are bringing another layer of the APIs, next level remote. Right, you have everything, all the features you can control if needed, and you can install the apps from this device as well. When the implementation is becoming so complex, and you need another lighter version of the APIs. So the more it becomes complex, and it should become more lighter. What did we see so far? So we have seen early form of the television model is so complex. To improve the user experience, they've added level 1 APIs on the box. Next, they improved another remote so that the user experience is improved. They've added another API layer so that user experience is excellent right now. That is the API value. How to define the API? The layman terminology, APIs abstracts the complexity. APIs are this one. They are abstracting the complexity of the implementation. So they are nothing but interfaces on the complex implementation. TV remote is one of the API, and your car remote, car starter, remote starter is the API.